done, you get a little bit of that, there's the first pancake kind of principle where like the first one is like, going. But once we hit our stride on this, I was actually feeling really good about this one. I almost don't want to say that because I feel like I'm going to jinx it, but because usually I feel crappy about everything and then it comes out okay. But yeah, no, this I was feeling pretty good going into this, and I was maybe a little like, it's always ugly if you're showing something that doesn't go over, but at least with this, I feel like, well, even if the audience doesn't like it, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So.
Do you feel like the MTV audience has just changed? I mean, it has changed enormously since it first.
Yeah. I mean, I hear about the statistics, which I try not to care about it. I mean, I think if you put something good on TV, people are going to find it. I mean, you can take The Sopranos and put it on at 4 in the morning on and somebody's going to find it. I don't think you can. So I try not to think of what the audience is watching, because hopefully the people who like it will find it. But I do hear a lot about how their audience is all female now, and so yeah, I think it has changed.
Is it challenging to try and find, I guess, a balance of reaching out to the people who loved the show in the 90s and the people that are watching MTV today, or do you find that both are gonna?
I try not to think about. Well, I do think about. I mean, I do think about, like, when I'm doing it, like, okay, somebody watching this fresh who's never seen it before, and that's always. I thought about that when I did the movie, because I figured a lot of people might go see the movie, they'd never seen the show, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't. To me, I just think about who the characters are and what's funny for them. Like, I don't think about trying to appeal to this group or that group. But I was conscious about, well, not only, I mean, like, putting Jersey Shore and 16 and Pregnant and all this stuff in there was. I was conscious of that being good, because that. Somebody's turning on MTV and they're hoping to see Jersey Shore. At least they'll get to see a little bit of it. Beavis and Butthead talking over it. But that maybe that'll kind of hook them in. But I don't. So yeah, I think about it that way, but not. I don't think about like changing Beavis and Butthead to the characters themselves. How they are to the new world, except just putting the new world around them and letting them react to it.
Is that what Beavis and Butthead needed? Like a break from pop culture, so that these new things like YouTube and
That's a good way to think of it. I mean, I definitely needed a break. I was part of the problem with Beavis and Butthead for me was it was such a grind. We did so many of them so fast, it never let up. And then I did the movie, and I needed to stop. I didn't want to run it into the ground. And at the time I stopped, I felt like, well, it'd be fun to do something with them again, but I don't need to just keep doing what I'm doing with it. And so, yeah, maybe so. I mean, I remember actually John Dolgen, who was running Paramount at the time, saying, oh, I want these characters around. I want to see what they're going to have to say, the next millennia, This was in 95 or something. So, I remember thinking kind of what you're saying, that, like, something, it might be great stuff to have them watch and talk about later on. But, when I was done back then, I was kind of done.
Right. Was there any... I'm sorry.
When you're going back to it, like 10 years plus, what's the creative process like? Is it, do you find yourself like digging, or is it coming naturally?
Oh, I think it definitely came naturally, or more natural, and a little easier than it did towards the end of the run of the, But and what I hope would happen did happen, which is like, I had probably like ideas for 11 or 12 episodes of the 24 that we're doing, and. But then, you start kicking around with other. I've really. That's the other thing. I've really some really good writers now that have worked with me over the years on other stuff that wanted to do this, and it's kind of good to get fresh perspective. But start kicking around, and things start to take shape, and I felt like we really hit a good stride. And I've worked in a bunch of TV, and I think there's some shows, or writing screenplays where you feel like you do a certain amount of work and you get a little bit back. I feel like Beavis and Butthead, you put a little bit in, you get more back. It's like kind of hard to explain, but you kind of get more funny for what you put in when it's all working. And I felt like with this run, it was starting to really.
Was there ever any consideration that you might like age the characters or like advance them somehow, give them jobs or something? I mean, we saw the clip today where they seem to have a job, but
yeah, there's an episode where they're like in their 80s, which I'd always want to do. I actually might want to do more of those. I always imagine them the age they are or really old. In between, it's hard to. I mean, I like seeing them in nursing homes, dirty old men. And I feel like I could do a lot of that. At one point I thought about having them older, like maybe not quite as old as 80. I haven't really done that. I didn't want to do. I thought about that actually, but I thought they're kind of like. Even though they're supposed to be whatever they are, 15 or however old people think they probably are. They probably seem sometimes a little older than that or younger. I mean, I don't know. I think there's some animated characters like, how old is Bugs Bunny? Who knows?
So what's it like knowing that you've made a mark on pop culture? I mean, just knowing that you've done something that's created action figures and general fandom that, most people don't get to do in their lifetimes.
It feels really good, actually. I don't dwell on that too much, but if I think about it too long, it'll weird me out. But if I think about it a little bit, it feels good. But it is a good feeling. I mean, it's really nice when people come up and say, "Oh, I grew up on that," or it's like, that's a good feeling because there's stuff like that I grew up on that was, like really, that it'd be cool to meet the people who did it or whatever. So.
Like what?
Oh, well, Cheech and Chong, which I was talking about on the panel. I got to know Cheech. I met him when I worked on Rodriguez's Spy Kids movies, and we became friends. And it was just awesome. It's one of those, I was kind of starstruck, but then immediately we just kind of hit it off. And it's like, I'm pretty lucky I get to be friends with one of my comedy heroes. There's been a few like that. John Cristolucci really, Ren and Stimpy, although that came along when I was already an adult. But, the few that I've gotten to meet like that, it's been really cool.
What's going on with the Cuban movies after, Extract and The Office? Is there anything?
I don't have any immediate plans to do another movie. There's stuff that I didn't write, that I probably won't direct, but that I'm attached as a producer. My partners who actually were producers on this, John Altshuler and David Krinsky, they wrote on King of the Hill forever. I worked with them, and they wrote Blades of Glory. And there's some stuff that they've written that I really love that I would consider directing, but probably just produce. And I don't know how much of that we're talking about, but something may happen next year.
Awesome. Thank you.
Just real quick though, just watching the clips and noticing that you guys have kind of expanded on what Beavis and Butthead watch on television now. It's not just music videos. Will it be mostly MTV stuff that they watch and comment on, all MTV? And are there any kind of limitations in terms of what they can say?
There's some, they got upset about something on 16 and Pregnant. We had a little battle.
Did it stay or did you have to take it out?
I think it's in there. I think it's all in. I think for the most part. And if it is something I have to take out, it might just go straight online. I don't know. But no, actually the MTV stuff was like pay dirt. So I haven't. There was, thoughts about going outside to stuff on other networks and try to license it, but so far I'm pretty happy with this stuff and YouTube stuff. Well, UFC's on another network, so and that worked out pretty. We might do some more of those, but So I'm pretty happy. I feel like I could do a whole bunch more Jersey Shores and 16 and Pregnants and have fun with that.